Hi Dan, thanks for agreeing to talk to me today.
No problem.
So I was just wondering if you could go into what your experience was prior to joining Springbok.
Yeah, sure. So before joining Springbok, I've always done sort of sales, largely in car sales and recruitment.
Right, okay, perfect. How many years have you been with us now?
Just about touching 4 years now at Springbok.
Perfect. And what's your current role and department that you work at Springbok?
I am in the valuations team, so I'm a property acquisition manager.
Okay, super. And what do you do in the acquisitions department?
So it's my job to take appointments to value sellers' properties with a view to offer them a product that would fit their needs to sell the property ultimately.
Perfect. And how did you hear about us initially and what made you want to join us?
It was actually on one of the job sites, seen it advertised on there and applied for it.
So what has your journey at Springbok been so far?
I started off as a property acquisition consultant. So I started off in that department, taking calls from incoming inquiries. I was then promoted in quite a short period of time to the valuation team, where I was a property acquisition manager. And more recently, I've also been promoted to assistant sales manager alongside my property valuing position as well.
Super. And how does your current role compare to what you expected us to be like when you joined?
Yeah, I mean, the role that I applied for initially is different to what I'm doing now, because obviously I've progressed within the company. So it's a lot more technical within the industry, learning a lot more about property, the technical side of it, mortgages, things like that as well. So I'd probably say more technical now.
Perfect. What's your memorable moment at Springbok?
I'd probably say hitting sort of record targets within the first year as being a valuer. Obviously, it's a competitive role and a competitive company, and yeah, that was a good highlight for me to hit a company record.
How has working at Springbok allowed you to achieve personal, professional and financial goals?
Yeah, I'd say obviously with the progression, that's come with more financial stability because I'm earning more money, which is really helping.
And let's get on to the culture. What would you describe the culture at Springbok as?
Perfect. Yeah, it's great. I really like the culture here at Springbok.
And what makes us different to other places you've worked at?
So the way that it's set up in the office to start with, so it's very open floor with different departments, which really helps in terms of developing relationships, collaboration. We do things like a lot of outside work incentives and sort of prizes, days out, things like that. So it's very much, even though it's quite a big company in terms of separate departments, there is a lot of collaboration and culture to get us all together. So that's really nice to see.
What kind of career development opportunities have you had since joining us?
So yeah, the progression from starting from one department and then going into the next, and then now coming into a little bit more of a senior role with regards to being an assistant sales manager as well.
How has Springbok supported your professional growth, including training, coaching and developing skills?
Yeah, I think it's the regularity of training. There's always a session going on every single week. So we can also put ideas into the pot with regards to what we want to learn or maybe focus on. So just that consistent training every week really helps with myself and the team around me as well.
Can you share an example of how the company's helped you reach your goals?
Yeah, sure. So obviously, as I've been stepping up within the company and sort of progressing, I have been able to do things that have been on my sort of goals list. So trips to Dubai and other countries that I've really wanted to visit. I'm now beginning my journey on the property ladder myself as well. So yeah, all of these things that are on my sort of bucket list and wish list are now starting to get ticked off, which is great.